The best way to spend a morning on the weekend is at the markets. And one of the busiest is the Chinatown Market, which is at the heart of Singapore's largest historic district, Chinatown. The aunties are out buying fresh produce, families are out having breakfast. Toast and coffee. I like to plan ahead, and so I'm already thinking about lunch. And I have just the place in mind.
碗汤面、水饺面，我也得过面对面。鸡扒面、鸡脚面、油鸡面、油菜，一种面可以做成很多种人家不同口味的东西。我的名字叫来瑶 Q， 要做出一碗好的馄饨面，就要给人家吃到好像有回味的感觉。
我叫雪玲，我在里面是专门煮全部的材料。我以前是画画的，我做 design 的，久而久之对煮东西也是有兴趣啊，因为我煮的也不错啊。
我来的时候，我才知道这碗面多么辛苦，后面的准备功夫跟我们的心全部在这碗面。
父亲去世了，1997年去世了，
他自己一个人养我们。以前他没有我们帮忙的时候，我都不知道他怎么做的。我自己现在这样子做，我就觉得很辛苦了。
以前没有 self service 的 market 有这么大啦，走到要死咯，50块走一次，拿辣椒走一次，掉了筷子也走一次。
以前的人真的肯吞下这个苦的，这个牺牲我没有办法去做到。
爸爸整天坐到一边喘气，很酸啊，心都看得很酸。persistent， 还有可爱吧，可爱，越老越可爱，
爱3个字，没有其他的字。我妹包馄饨啊，她手神经线受伤了。我煮面，我的神经线断了，用过度了，医生叫我 stop， 不然我要去开刀。这就是我们的身体的牺牲。我妹妹也是，她身体也是。如果你不这样继续下去，这个味道是找不到了。我真的很专心教我的孩子了。我是最后一代了嘞，我和我妹妹，我们能够做多久就做多久
，continue 他的 legacy 咯。
用科技来保留传统，这样他们就不用那么辛苦。走一圈回来了，你会发现到最重要的东西是什么？我陪他的多一天，就是他陪我的少一天。我做的最对的是现在啊！我现在做最对的事情就是留在他身边，不管怎样好啦 ，through thick or thin, through good and bad， 这就是我觉得我应该做的事情，最对的事情。所以不是为了名利还是什么，这些都不重要，最重要是留在他们的身边。我要陪他做他喜欢做的东西，他喜欢做这个，我就陪他做，甚至他做一辈子，我都会把我一辈子给他做。给我妈妈。
You know what would be really good right now? If I had some chendol. Okay, what am I thinking? Dessert for breakfast?
This 些 late 30s to 40s 的 auntie， 他们也会下来就讲，哦，今天帅哥老板在 ，OK， 来5碗。那要不然就是今天帅哥老板不才先来1碗。那我的那些 staff 都会跟我讲哦，因为有时候我在 CCTV 我听到他们也是讲，帅哥老板不在啊。Hi, I'm Yuning and I'm the owner of Oamoy Chendol, and I've been doing this chendol for 1.5 years. On top of this bowl of simple chendol, right, there's actually a lot of work for each individual toppings. Instead of using the preserved artificial coconut milk, I decided to use cold-pressed coconut milk. As for red bean, right, a lot of them right now they use kidney bean, which is the canned bean. But for me, I refuse to use the kidney bean because it has a sour taste. So I decided to use the Japanese azuki bean. Yeah, I slow cook it using charcoal. And as for the green jelly itself, instead of just buying from the supplier or adding artificial colors to it, right, I spent a lot of time extracting the green pandan leaf color just to make the chendol. The green color jelly in chendol is called chendol. The most difficult part about making the green chendol itself, right, is the cooking part. Each time when we cook it for a day of sales, right, it takes us about 8 hours per day. The cooking is a non-stop stirring, so a lot of physical power needed. And the toughest part is because I don't let anyone else cook my chendol. I cook it fresh daily by myself. The chendol press that I was using is passed down from my grandpa. In fact, it was quite badly damaged. So I actually got a friend to like 把它弄回平平，弄回好好 so that I can reuse it. Okay, there are modern presser, but then those are automated. So for us, right, the strength that I use to press, I get to control the length of the chendol and the thickness. Oh, because I know how to make every single ingredient. So it doesn't make sense for me to go and buy just to simplify my work. But because I feel that my customer, when they put down the $2 to me, they just want to have that good bowl of chendol that is sincerely, passionately made, you know. 我觉得 CNN 的报道没说错，他没有说 chendol 是来自新加坡，但他说新加坡的 chendol 是 top 50. So this shows that 虽然不是新加坡 originate 的一个 dessert, but we make it better than 那个 original country. So I think this is a good achievement. And to be honest, chendol 不可以说是马来西亚、印尼或者新加坡，因为你到泰国也有 chendol， 你到 Vietnam 也有 chendol。I would say 这些都是南洋的 ingredients， 这个是一个南洋的 dessert。最重要的是谁家做的好吃，谁家还保留那个传统的味道 ，and 哪一家还保留传统的做法，这个是比较重要。And 不是说我好练啊 ，but I would proudly say 是不是我？
I have some time to kill before lunch, and the best way to do that is to, well, walk around and explore. And this is where you can see how Taoist effigies are made. You can even make your own.
All their phones are out when she does her craft. She feels like a superstar. So she finds it really fun. I'm part of the Ng family that's been running the Satan Ng Buddha shop for the past 122 years since 1896. I grew up in this shop with my grandmother, with my father, and it's always been at the back of my mind what's going to happen to this shop. We run this workshop just once a month, and it's for us to share our story and what we do. The whole family is involved, all the way down to my children who serve the snacks and the tea. And you know, it's about finding whether there's a future for the shop and what does that look like.
拜名叫陈水莲，今年86。所以因人唔捌看到这物件啦，爱来参观来看啦，叫人做伙看，伊也欢喜，我也欢喜安尼啦。
We've had all kinds of people come to the workshop: tourists, Singaporeans, history buffs, artists, and it's just really fun to be able to meet them and to find out what is it that got them interested in the shop. It's even more fun for my grandmother, and she always asks, where do these people come from? How do they know about our shop? Do they know one another? Do they take bus here together? Do they, you know? So it brightens up her day because usually the shop is pretty quiet. So today these deities rest on altars in HDB temples, but could one day these deities be sitting in the living room of a New York suburb in London, San Francisco? And if so, what would they look like? How would they be presented? And who would be buying them? Those are the kind of questions that are in our heads as we look towards how to create a future for the shop.
Besides walking, another great way to explore is by taking the bus. And especially if you don't have much time. In my case, it's close to lunchtime. Oh, I remember this place. It's where I had red tortoise cake. No tortoises will harm the production of this sweet treat though.
这个拜神的东西不是说初一十五才有人要买，你不要当作昂不贵是拜拜，要做年轻人的 snack。我姓卓，名叫宝芝。 我们这边是吉祥，起初只有3样口味：花生、甜豆沙跟咸豆沙。后来我就加上玉米、椰丝、盐。如果有榴莲先生，我就加一个榴莲。秘诀是真的有一点秘诀，是我太太慢慢改了自己这个了，自己有自己的 recipe 了。我的原料是要找最好的，手工的嘛。生意还有为什么要改？要改是跟别人一模一样了，不然的话怎么坚持到30多年？顾客3包啊哪里自己会来？你看他 baby 现在都读小学、中学了嘞，走过我的店面，安哥，变成这个生意不是说只不过买卖而已，变成看到那里都 hello， 变成朋友。
Tiong Bahru, Singapore's first public housing estate in the 1920s. You can see that in the old flats that reflect the Art Deco and international style. Doesn't that look like an aeroplane? I'm looking for a famous goat. Okay, I'm getting distracted. There! That means I've reached Tiong Bahru Market. Lunch, I know what I'll have.
My friend always complain that, oh no, I have to see my boss tomorrow. I'm like, hey, I'm looking at them 24 hours a day. No, I stay with them. Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm currently the 3rd gen hawker for the Koh Brothers Pig Organ Soup. She's the sugarcane machine and I'm the sugarcane. So basically, she's just out to squeeze me dry. But actually, she's my mom.
他的公公刚好又要退休嘛，然后我就叫他来了。
One of the main reasons I decided to take over this business is because my grandfather started from a pushcart. So 63 years of hard work I think it's really a waste to let it go. So I decided to take it over. This is the chair where my grandfather always sits when he's working because of his weak knees. Over the years, it became a signature. So when customers come, they will just keep asking, where's the 胖胖的 uncle 坐在那个椅子? It becomes such a common question that I feel like making a mascot just to put it there so that people can see it, just like the McDonald's or the KFC. Basically, I can earn more money from taking photos also, right?
要做好吃的这个糯米肠，第一你要把那个肠特选，肠还要选出来的嘞，那个肠，连栗子也是要每粒都要开来看的嘞。做完栗子好了，还要弄3层肉哎，全部都要一样一样做的，一个人做而已。我们都是用人工、用手洗的，用手。你没看我这样大字呢？就是全部都是收。
他练如来佛掌。They've been here for so long, so it's very challenging. Their thinking is, I've been so experienced already, so why would I want to listen to a younger guy? So it takes a lot for me to convince them to try out new stuff. For my mother, will definitely be our signature, the intestine. 最重要的是我喜欢大肠。I love my mom. My dad will be the soup, kind of like make everything flow. For my uncle, he's basically the bowl, so he holds everything and make everything looks nice. I'm definitely the giam cai, that one giam cai mia. I work in the morning, I work in the noon, work in the night. So I buy giam cai, wash giam cai, cook giam cai, cut giam cai, sell giam cai.
Now, what shall I have for my snack? How about some peanut candy?
种花生糖也可以拜，也可以吃。我卖的东西没有一样说拜神拜了就要丢掉的，没有。只是人家不要吃而已。现在的人好命啊，不要吃啊。这种东西是大人吃，他比较多了。小孩子他不喜欢啊。先煮糖了才加花生， 好了，你倒花生下去，你一定要弄给它均匀啊。总而言之，就是做了卖出去，有人买了吃了，他说好吃啊，这样就可以了。我们现在做的比较没有这样甜啊，以前做的就比较甜，压扁它慢慢压啦，还可以切嘛。最难的部分就是在切的时候，就是要出力嘛，不可以停啊！你停了，等一下它的糖硬了，你都切不来啊！不可以说做一半了停在那边的，一上来就是要一次做给它完。这种东西平时的销路是很少的嘞，没有钱都没有办法请工人嘞。慢慢做，有一点事情做好过日子嘛。退休新加坡的地方，你要走去哪里？去滨海城。有年纪的人，他来买那个，钱啊，这些东西啊，要等拜神才有得吃啊，你平时你没得吃啊。哪里有跟现在的人这么好的？这个也不要吃，那个也不要吃，因为有些人他问，那么你以后没有做，有没有还给别人？我跟他说没有，那么以后要拜神去哪里找啊？说我叫他带汉堡包啊，没有就肯德基咯。
Okay, peanut candy sounds good, but curry puff and pastries sound good too. Decisions. Alright. Heads peanut candy, tails pastries. Pastries. Alright, time to explore the West.
我是阿嘎嘎做的，他们说我是阿嘎嘎的。从1965年开始做蛋糕，做到现在的头发都白了。我叫林敏农，今年72岁，喜欢做的最好做的那些蛋糕，难做的最难，我不喜欢。那小孩子很复杂的话，很头痛。我们店的 recipe 从1965年的 recipe 都是一样的。不知道为什么他们是喜欢吃，有些customer来，哎呀，我的孙大了，现在我买给我的孙子。最好卖是custard包、chicken pie、咖喱包、什么沙，一天的customer可以卖100多个，他口感很茂，吃得很爽的。我早上到这边是6点，烘蛋糕烘到差不多下午，做deco那个蛋糕的 cake，birthday cake， 到8点我才回家，不觉得累，没有什么啊，就是一天就好像麻木了，你做好像迷信这样。我们就是做的美，做的好，customer来看了，哇，就喜欢了。